Now the lot for the tribe of the sons of Judah, according to their families, reached the border of Edom, southward to the wilderness of Zin at the extreme south. Their south border was from the lower end of the Salt Sea, from the bay that turns to the south. Then it proceeded southward to the ascent of Akrabim and continued to Zin. Then went up by the south of Kadesh Barnea and continued to Hezron, and went up to Arar and turned about to Karka. It continued to Osmon and proceeded to the brook of Egypt, and the border ended at the sea. This shall be your south border. The east border was the Salt Sea, as far as the mouth of the Jordan, and the border of the north side was from the bay of the sea at the mouth of the Jordan. Then the border went up to Beth Hogla, and continued on the north of Beth Araba, and the border went up to the stone of Bohan, the son of Reuben. The border went up to Debir from the valley of Achor, and turned northward toward Gilgal, which is opposite the ascent of Adumim, which is on the south of the valley, and the border continued to the waters of En Shemesh, and it ended at En Rogel. Then the border went up from the valley of Ben Hinnom and to the slope of the Jebusite on the south, that is, Jerusalem. And the border went up to the top of the mountain, which is before the valley of Hinnom to the west, which is at the end of the valley of Ephraim toward the north. From the top of the mountain, the border curved to the spring of the waters of Nephtoah and proceeded to the cities of Mount Ephron. Then the border curved to Baalah, that is, Kiriath Jearim. The border turned about from Baalah westward to Mount Seir, and continued to the slope of Mount Jearim on the north, that is, Chesalon, and went down to Beth Shemesh and continued through Timnah. The border proceeded to the side of Ekron northward. Then the border curved to Shikkeron and continued to Mount Baalah and proceeded to Jabneel, and the border ended at the sea. The west border was at the great sea, even its coastline. This is the border around the sons of Judah according to their families. Now he gave to Caleb the son of Jephunneh a portion among the sons of Judah, according to the command of the Lord to Joshua, namely Kiriath Arba, Arba being the father of Anak, that is, Hebron. Caleb drove out from there the three sons of Anak, Sheshai and Ahiman and Talmai, the children of Anak. Then he went up from there against the inhabitants of Debir. Now the name of Debir formerly was Kiriath Sefer. And Caleb said, the one who attacks Kiriath Sefer and captures it, I will give him Aksah my daughter as a wife. Othniel the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, captured it, so he gave him Aksah his daughter as a wife. It came about that when she came to him, she persuaded him to ask her father for a field. So she alighted from the donkey, and Caleb said to her, what do you want? Then she said, give me a blessing. Since you have given me the land of the Negev, give me also the springs of water. So he gave her the upper springs and the lower springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the sons of Judah according to their families. Now the cities at the extremity of the tribe of the sons of Judah toward the border of Edom in the south were Kabzeel and Eder and Jagur, Kina and Dimona and Adada and Kedesh and Hazor and Ithnan, Ziph and Telem and Bealoth and Hazor Hadata and Kerioth Hezron, that is Hazor, Amam and Shema and Molada and Hazar Gada and Heshmon and Beth Pelet and Hazar Shual and Beersheba and Biziol Thaya, Beala and Aim and Ezem and Eltolad and Chesil and Horma and Ziklag and Madmana and Sansana and Lebaoth and Shilhim and Ain and Rimon, in all 29 cities with their villages. In the lowland, Eshtaol and Zora and Ashna and Zanoah and En-Ganim, Tapua and Anam, and Jarmuth and Adulam, Sokoh and Azekah, and Shearaim, and Arithaim, and Gererah, and Gererothaim, 14 cities with their villages, Zenon, and Harashah, and Migdal-Gad, and Dilean, and Mizpah, and Joktiel, Lachish, and Bozkath, and Eglon, and Kabon, and Lahmas, and Chitlish, and Gederoth, Beth Dagon, and Neamah, and Makkedah, 16 cities with their villages, Libnah, and Nether, and Nashan, and Iftah, and Nashna, and Nezib, and Keilah, and Akzib, and Maresha, 9 cities with their villages, Ekron, with its towns and its villages, from Ekron even to the sea, all that were by the side of Ashdod, with their villages, Ashdod, its towns and its villages. Gaza, its towns and its villages. As far as the brook of Egypt and the great sea, even its coastline. In the hill country, Shamir and Jatir and Soko, and Dana and Kiriath Sana, that is Debir, and Anab and Eshtamo and Anim, and Goshen and Holon and Gilo, 11 cities with their villages. Arab and Duma and Eshan, and Janum and Beth Tapua and Afekah and Humta and Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, and Zior, 9 cities with their villages. Maon, Carmel, and Ziph, and Judah, and Jezreel, and Jokteam, and Zanoah. Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages. Hulhul, Vesur, and Gedor, and Mearath, and Beth Anoth, and Eltekon, 6 cities with their villages. Kiriath Baal, that is Kiriath Jearim, and Rabbah, 2 cities with their villages. In the wilderness, Beth Araba, Midin, and Sekaka, and Nibshan, and the city of Salt, and Enegedi, 6 cities with their villages. Now as for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the sons of Judah could not drive them out, so the Jebusites live with the sons of Judah at Jerusalem until this day.